And welcome back to the Gadget Spot.
Woo!
Yeah.
Wow, I'm behind the. I'm on the other side of the table today.
So today we switched things up, and now James is across from me, and Owen is across from Jarron.
It's
But
super
I'm
weird
feeling
seeing-
lethargic.
it's weird seeing the waveform. It's freaking me out. I'm gonna have to put a mental divider.
Owen
Is
will
that-
be the object of my ire now.
More so than normal.
Not desire, ire.
Take the D off of there.
Yeah.
Ah,
Take the D off, Owen.
Oh, I'll take
Desire.
Just ire.
the D. Oh,
All right, this is the Gadget Spot where we talk about tech gadgets and video games. Let's go ahead and introduce the panel. Wow, I guess we're going to start with James since he's across from me. That's you, James.
What?
We're starting.
We don't start with me. We always start.
Yeah, it's because you changed spots.
What's up?
Repercussions.
My name is James. You can catch me on Twitter at JDD Jensen. JDD is for ADD. I am sitting in Owen's spot right now, and so that means that I am kitty cornered to Owen.
How's that feel?
Right next to Jarron, right across from Tony.
how's that feel? Is it weird?
It's got to feel weird.
I miss my spot like
I'm
a lot.
I'm
right
having
now.
a little bit of anxiety.
Yeah, me
Okay.
too.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm glad to see that we're going through this together.
Okay.
That being said, I might have sweat in that chair a little bit.
Might
just a
have,
second ago.
I guarantee.
Wait. What part of your body sweat? Your butt? Your lower back?
It's probably that shirt so soft that it's making your
It
skin
was
warm.
soft, right? Anywho. Yep. I don't know how to pass it off to Jarron.
Okay, passing it off to Jarron.
Oh, hi. Well, we're talking about video games. Did you play video games?
Oh, that's right. We do video
Ooh,
games this episode.
I actually sat down in front of Steam yesterday intentionally. I had 2 hours to kill
You've
yesterday.
been getting rimmed on RimWorld?
No. I deleted that game on all of my computers
I don't
to try to stay
believe
off of
it.
it. I really did. Yeah. Look, I'll pull it up on here.
That'll take too long. Just keep talking.
And I have lately been playing Civ 5
Okay.
a little bit. That really is the game of one more turn. But I sat in front of my computer yesterday for 15 minutes because like I said, had 2 hours to kill. I didn't know what to play. I had choice paralysis. So I shut it down, went downstairs and took a nap.
That's what you do when you can't decide.
That's
Sleep it off.
pretty much what I do, actually. If I don't know what I want to do, I just end up sitting and then
Look.
falling asleep. And the next
Oh,
thing I know,
Then you don't have to worry about it anymore. It's
Yeah.
actually- the time has
The
passed.
choice has been made.
decision's been made for me.
Wow.
All right.
Still downloaded on my laptop.
See?
Hold on.
Jarron, what? Introduce yourself and tell us what you've been playing lately.
Hi, I'm Jarron. Wolfenstein 2. So I figured out my G-Sync problem.
Ah.
Yeah.
What was it?
I deleted it and downloaded the Steam version.
Boom. That's the problem.
Yeah, and
Windows.uwp
it sucks.
is poop.
And suddenly the variable rate shading option is now there. And now my video card is running at 80% capacity at full 4K, 144 hertz.
Yep.
Oh, it's so glorious. It's so much smoother now. Oh, I love G-Sync.
I don't know what Microsoft was thinking with this .uwp stuff. It just is not ready for prime time.
Yeah.
Not even close.
Yep. So I've been playing that. Played a little bit of Control, like we mentioned last episode, until the stutter kept me.
Yeah. I hope they fix that soon
Yeah.
because it's such a good game.
It is such a good game. If you have an Xbox One X, go ahead, get it. It's great.
Don't play it on a regular Xbox or regular PS4 though.
Do not.
It runs like garbage on those.
But it runs all right on a One X and a PS4 Pro.
Yep.
Better on a One X. That's it for me. Dog.
Yeah. My name's Owen. You can catch me on Twitter at TechNoan. I didn't place. Well, I got out the SNES Mini.
Ah.
I played some Secret of Mana because I found it. So as I've been putting my office back together,
I found it.
I found it. My Xbox has been boxed up for a while just because our gaming area kind of got destroyed in a flood, and we've been putting the basement back together. Anyway, I found two things that I didn't know I had. Or one is a unopened copy of Destiny 2. And
Should we put that on our Gadget Spot Facebook page?
I'm sure not going to do that. I'm going to keep it.
Even though it's going to be free to play starting in a month or two.
Okay, maybe we will.
I would have given you real cash for that. But no.
I didn't know I didn't
Weren't
know
you
I had it.
offering like $5?
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Better than no dollars, I
Yeah.
guess. Yeah.
And also Grand Theft Auto 5.
Oh, that's a fun game.
Yeah, that wasn't. I found them. They shipped with my Xbox One, and I forgot.
Oh, you still? Oh, that's an unactivated key for GTA 5. Oh,
yeah.
nice.
So anyway, so I looked at those. This is my gaming. I looked at those and was like, maybe I should plug in my Xbox and play. But that's as far as I got.
You can't play
Wow.
GTA 5 on your Xbox because it's a PC code.
Well, It's a disc that says Xbox 360.
Oh,
Wait, what?
Maybe it's not.
but
GTA
the
5,
Destiny 2 is.
No,
It's a disc
it
as
came
well.
out on 360.
It did, yeah.
Oh, really?
When did you get GTA 5 for the 360?
That would have to be like clear back in the day.
Old, yeah, it's old. No,
Well-
this is for the Xbox One. It's
Oh,
Xbox
okay.
One version.
All right.
It has the Xbox One.
When did
version.
you
You
get
just
that?
remembered it?
Did that come with your Xbox One X
Yeah,
when you bought it?
It did.
Oh,
Yeah, it shipped
okay.
with it in the bundle.
My question is there's been a lot of like updates to GTA 5 because it wasn't really ready for the online service when it launched, and so they give you a bunch of extra shark bucks. Does that hold on to the key code? So if he was to download that,
I have
would
no
it come with
idea.
all those?
There's probably an expiration time on when it would apply to, I bet, but maybe. I don't know. That's a good question. That's what you've been almost playing?
Almost gaming. Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
I was almost gaming. We got the TV back up on the wall. I've got the ability to watch TV down there and movies again, so we're really close
Nice.
to that.
And I am the host, Tony.
You didn't pass it off to Tony, buddy.
Hey.
You're supposed to pass. Okay, there you go.
Sorry.
You didn't pass it off last episode to
I
me
forgot.
either. So
But I get
just,
to be judgmental
Well,
because I'm
we've
on
got
this
a-
side of the table.
We've got a host. His name's Tony.
hey, check me out on Twitter at QuadTTony, or every week on the Geek Show as well as here on the Gadget Spot. Gaming, I have conquered a bit of my backlog in the last 2 weeks.
Wow.
I finished Watch Dogs 2. Good game. I'll give it a
Sounds like a short game. How many hours?
like 30-ish,
That's
35.
not bad.
No, it's not a super long game, but I didn't bother with a lot of the extra like multiplayer side quest stuff because there's a lot of that you can do in there. Yeah, forget that. So yeah, like 30, 35 hours. And then I also finished Battlefield 5, the single player campaign for Battlefield 5.
Really? I didn't know you were playing that.
Yeah, I beat it yesterday and today.
I have never. I've tried playing that game so many times, and I just get so bored.
Well, that's because you lose. You need to win.
Ouch!
Is-
I'm not a winner. That's it. That's the problem.
Is Battlefield 5's campaign set up like Battlefield 1, where
Yeah.
it's separate
It's 5 stories.
vignettes?
Yeah.
Which one
and-
was your favorite in this one?
It sucks because I think the most fun was probably the 5th one, but you play as the Germans. And so you play as the bad guy, but it was, I think, maybe the most fun of the 5 campaigns. It was also the most graphically pretty because you're inside a bombed out city
Yeah.
going around in a tank, and it's also after a rain shower, so there's a lot of reflective puddles and glass from the buildings and everything like that. Gorgeous, gorgeous level. Actually, you know what? No, that one wasn't as fun. I'd probably say a more fun one was probably the 4th campaign where you play as the black soldier. It's the black company from France that is a really
We call
interesting
them African
story.
American, but okay.
Well, no, they'd be African French, actually.
I'd agree to disagree.
But no, they were actually from, I can't remember the country, but they're from Africa. They were in a colonized area, a French colony in Africa, and they brought them into fight in World War II.
Madagascar?
No, I can't remember what it was off the top of my head, but that one was really fun to play and really engaging. But they do the same thing with Battlefield 5 as they did with 1. It's these vignette stories and they're really well told, very, very interesting. And they each last about an hour to an hour and a half. So it only took me about 5 hours, 6 hours to beat the whole game. As far as single player goes, they always try to push
What
you in
difficult
the.
levy?
I went with hardcore.
Wow.
So there's 4 levels, and I did the 3rd highest. So is that hardcore? I can't remember. Anyway. But yeah, I highly recommend that one. If you can find it cheap, the single player campaign's worth it. I could say if you're not going to do any multiplayer, it's probably a $10 game. I'd say it's worth $10.
Fair enough.
Graphically, it's really, really purty. Let's see. And then I've also been tooling around with Turok 2 again because I always come back to that game.
Turok 2.
Yeah.
Like GameCube Turok 2?
No, like...
Isn't that a side-by-side fighting game?
No. You're probably thinking
I'm
of
thinking
Primal
Tekken.
Rage or Tekken.
Yeah.
Turok 2 was a first-person shooter that came out on the N64.
N64, yeah.
But I got the Night Dive Studios did a updated version of it, so it looks about as good as you remember it looking on the N64.
It was as impressive as it was back then. It kind
Yeah.
of helped that stay relevant.
with your rose-colored glasses, thinking of how gaming was when you were a young teenager.
Oh, yeah.
That's how it looks.
Nostalgia
I-
didn't kill that for you?
Can we at some point in time talk about the nostalgia like when you took it off with the
Yeah.
video game? Because I had that hardcore when I played
Ocarina of Time. Yep. You think,
really bad.
You think, oh, this game looked so good. No, it actually looked pretty bad.
Oh yeah.
But at the time, it
Oh, yeah.
looked amazing, and you didn't have anything else to compare it to,
was
which is
so
the same
big.
thing with Turok too.
You're getting out in the Hyrule
So-
field. Holy moly.
Anyway, yeah, good times, good stuff. We need to give a shout out to our Patreon backers because they are the best. Jaron, you got
Yes,
that?
I do.
All right.
So Patreon is a chance for you to tip us digitally,
Boom.
like a digital tip jar.
Whoa, nailed it.
Yeah, so if you go to patreon.com/gadgetspot and you donate $6 or above, you can donate any value, but if you donate 6 or above, we read your name on the show. So here we go. AJ Jasper, David Broshinsky, and Aaron Young. Thank you.
You're the best.
Yes. Dick Messerly, who is newer. Thank you. Josh Sidaway, Splinter, Hardware, Adam Hecht, Ryan Baker, Aaron Faulkner, Hollow Knight, Adam Foote, Spencer Knowlton. I think I had a stroke. Even though he hates the Magic Mouse, Jarron is Ichiban Apple fanboy. Ryan McQueen, Michael Beck, Jeffrey Kale, Roger Allen, Austin Beauregard, Conrad Southworth. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Patreon backers.
You can put whatever name you want on there and make Jarron say that.
It's true.
It's the power you have.
And
I mean, up
apparently there's
to cursing. Jaron
Yeah.
won't swear.
Well, this is a family show.
That's true. We don't swear anyway on this
Yeah.
on this podcast. Very
So
on
much.
this
you-
episode.
So
Or
you-
on
you'll-
this episode specifically.
You'll get a G-rated swear instead.
Yeah, he'll
No,
even-
PG.
his-
PG.
Yeah.
PG rated.
But if you want to make him feel uncomfortable, you can put a curse word in there.
You can say an S word in PG.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
same or sallow.
Or salt.
Swampy.
Salad?
Samsonite.
Swimmy swim.
All right. Very good. And then do we have any emails or Facebook messages?
That's James.
Oh, no.
We don't?
I don't think so.
You said we did last episode, and
You did?
we were saving it for
We were,
this
we were
episode.
going to talk about your Facebook post about
Oh, yeah.
No. There was, I thought, also a specific specific message someone unsolicited sent in.
Oh.
Sometimes I just say stuff because I want to feel a part of stuff.
Yeah, I've noticed.
Hold on.
It's one of your least endearing qualities.
Hold on. I don't know
He's
what
trying
that
to
means.
sound like my mother.
She's a nice lady. No, we don't have one.
Okay. All
But
right.
If we do, I'll pull it up later.
All right. Sounds good. If you send us a Facebook message, we apologize, and we'll get to it probably next week.
Oh, we got 24 in our inbox. Hold on.
So one of them's in Arabic. So
Daniel sent a video.
A video of what?
Describe it. Just kidding.
Hello,
Do
guys.
not.
Let me begin by saying I am stoked to have you guys go weekly. I love the show, and actually, I've used some of your thoughts to make money on the stock market. We already read this.
We
one.
read this one, yeah.
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 Well, then I got excited over one that we
Thanks,
already read.
James.
Oh, look, this one is in Arabic. Hash, 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 hash.
Racist.
Whoa.
Super
Whoa.
racist.
What? I was reading something else. I wasn't reading the Arabic.
Oh.
Get 'em off the internet.
You
Okay.
guys are the worst.
I see. All right, let's roll into the news.
I mean, we did have some stuff. Is this from August 29th? Somebody sent us a message. Somebody
Oh,
s-
I just
or-
signed
or
up
did-
for Disney Plus. Who else is
Oh,
with me?
this is from us.
Yeah.
This is from us. Okay.
Uh,
Our Facebook game is weak.
It's not very good. Our Facebook game is weak.
What are
Let's
you
talk
talking
about that
I've
for a
been
sec.
posting on Facebook all the time.
Weak. Let's talk about Disney Plus for a sec because that is relevant. I signed up.
Did
Oh.
you sign up?
Yep.
As
I
did
got the 3-year deal.
Because they had the deal
Yeah.
where if you become a D23 member, you sign up for 3 years in advance, but you get the third year for free.
So how much was it?
So it ends up being like $4 a month for 3 years.
Wow.
I
That's not
think
bad
it was
at all.
$160 up front.
Yeah, I would have
Wow.
paid that much just to have Mandalorian and as a thank you present for them making an Obi-Wan show.
Yeah, right. That's what we're considering in my family to do the same.
My question with that is, how's that going to impact the Hulu deal and ESPN?
I thought about that after I signed up too, and I was like, maybe I made a mistake.
Well, you don't care about ESPN, right?
No.
Okay,
Well,
so
it's
if,
a nice little side thing, though.
if you wanted Hulu with commercials, it'd still be cheaper.
No, that's
than-
true.
Than
That's
the
true.
bundle.
There you go. So I'm pretty excited for it. Yeah, $4 a month for all the content they were talking. Now here's one thing you got to remember when you're thinking about the Disney Plus stuff. As far as all the content they're putting out, they've given us a list of all their content that they're putting out, but this list goes for the next 3 years. It's not going to launch with all of this content.
Nope.
Right.
It's going to be trickle trickled out over the next 3 years.
But specifically the Mandalorian and the Obi-Wan one, that they're coming out soon, right?
well, Mandalorian is because they're filming that right
Mandalorian's
now.
at launch,
Yeah.
but they did say that they're going week to week.
Yeah, they're doing week-to-week format, not a whole season at
They're not
once.
going to do the binging.
They're not the Netflix style.
They
no.
realize the danger in that with content, because you watch it all and you're done.
Yep.
Which I appreciate that for certain services, like how Netflix does it.
Right.
If Netflix was to go week to week, I don't think I'd appreciate it. But because they've gotten me hooked to it, and I now expect that, if they took it away, I'd be pissed.
Right.
But Disney going week to week, genius.
See, there's several. I think Amazon Prime does some series week to week, if I remember correctly, and Hulu does as well.
CBS did that with Discovery,
And,
right?
Yep, CBS has done that with Discovery. So it's not at all any sort of unprecedented move on
I
Disney's
like that
part.
better. If there's 20 things I need to watch given to me all at once, I get overwhelmed and I don't watch anything.
I do
That-
not.
yeah,
but
I'm with
I
Tony
can,
on that.
But the nice thing is about it week to week is if you want to wait and watch them all at once, you can.
It builds anticipation and it curves a unreinable lust that I have for certain.
You mean curbs?
Sure.
Well, and,
I get it. You know words, okay? You win.
I actually went with the shorter word
There used to
of
be
what you said.
Well, and it used to be that you watched a show week to week, and then like that was like, look at Game of Thrones. Okay, that's the
Yeah.
lesson that Disney's kind of employing here. Like that was something that the hype train between the episodes was insane.
Huge.
I mean, look at the social media presence. Like you couldn't if you were serious about not getting any Game of Thrones spoilers between weeks, you basically just didn't go online. Like
Especially Twitter.
yeah,
Twitter was the worst.
And so like that's Disney's realizing that PR has value, and so pushing it out week to week makes sense for them.
Well, and there's been several things on Netflix or whatever that has dropped the entire series, and
That's
I
kinda
find
their
out about it
go-to.
like a week after. Like, oh yeah, that's out.
Well, that's the weird thing. Netflix lately has not been at all advertising the release of their content. You
No,
just
I've
get
seen
it.
more stuff with Amazon Prime lately.
Exactly. Yeah. With Netflix, I get an email sometimes. It says like, "Hey, look what we released today."
Well,
That's it.
I turn on Netflix and all of a sudden the Dark Crystal's out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm
I
saying.
did not know
Like,
about this.
They don't advertise the release of their stuff at
Yeah,
all.
they really rely on the public. Like if it trends,
Yep.
then you go watch it.
Yep,
You're
the
like,
news
oh.
cycle.
But there is
I mean,
something.
look
to
how
be-
Bird Box did. Like on nobody like they didn't advertise that. I got some ads for that, but like hardly any. And then it was a smash hit or whatever, and people were like, "You have to see this." And then that's
Bird
how-
Box was good.
yeah.
I never watched it. Was it good?
Nah, actually, I wouldn't watch it at this point if I were you.
All
You
right.
already know everything you need to know about it.
Yeah.
From the ship.
But
from
for
the-
us that have watched it, let's go back and rewatch it. I don't like that Machine Gun Kelly's in it. I think that he's kind of a waste.
All right.
all right.
So Google is at it again, killing off useful things.
I have something to add to
There's a
this.
funeral. An app is going to the graveyard.
No, this isn't an app going to the graveyard,
Oh.
fortunately, but it is, in my opinion, some very useful functionality from Google Chrome going to the graveyard.
They are at
So they're
related
taking out-
story. They're killing voice or something.
They're killing on Google Chrome. They're cutting down your options for when you right click on tabs.
Why?
That's what I'd like to know. They, I guess, have decided it's too cluttered.
But it's a menu that isn't there when you don't need it.
I know.
That doesn't make sense.
This is one of the worst examples of useless.
Even Apple, who loves to be strip away everything.
Yeah, useless stripping.
Even they have big menus.
So specifically, they're killing new tab on right click, and one that they say no one hardly ever uses. I use all the time is reopen a closed tab. Do you guys ever use that? Am I the only one here?
I make all my decisions matter the
Like
first
open
time I do
past,
it.
like open to past tab
Yeah, like say you closed a tab
all the time.
accidentally, you can just click on the tab next to it and say reopen closed tab, and
Yeah.
it'll reopen that web page on a new tab.
I have so many tabs open all the time that I accidentally click the X and kill the tab that I need
Exactly.
all
Yeah.
the time.
I'm looking through my recently closed tabs list right now, and for some reason I have Fabio Google search in there.
Not surprised.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I think I don't understand why they would want to cull useful features on a menu that only appears if you right click. It doesn't make any sense.
Was there a
Google.
dev team behind
I
maintaining that?
I don't know.
Oh, so really quick before
I'm
we
sure
move
there is
on
on maintenance,
from Google, can we talk about what I killed with Google?
Sure,
What
in
I
just a
personally-
sec.
Oh, darn it.
I was going to say we're also linked to. I did find though an article that talks about hotkeys that you can use to ease the pain. There's actually a hotkey you can use to reopen a closed tab.
Really?
It is
Control reopen tab.
Control Shift T.
Oh, yeah, okay.
will reopen
The last
closed
tab you
tabs.
just that
yeah,
you just
the last
closed?
tab you just closed.
It'd be much easier if you could just right click and do that through a
Right?
context menu. I'm just saying.
This link that we posted in the notes as well has some other useful tips to use with Chrome and their Chrome tabs, but I don't understand it, Google. You kill things that people use. You kill features that people use. I don't get it.
What did you kill, James?
The Stadia. I murdered it. Hard R. Murder.
You got rid of your Stadia pre-order.
Yeah, no
huh?
thanks to you guys. I just Googled how to cancel the order, and it was surprisingly easy.
They didn't
Well,
even
it
fight
was-
you on it?
You guys tried to use me as the sacrificial lamb and make me buy it.
I guess. Good job, James.
And when I did it,
We don't tell you to do anything, and you just do it.
they did a good job of keeping me in the Google store, so I bought some more Google stuff.
oh, jeez, what
So
else did you buy?
I bought the Google Mesh with my Google money that I got back from the Google Stadia. So I bought the Google Mesh.
I feel like you're saying
basically-
Google, a
And then I
lot.
didn't want the Google Mesh no more. So then I canceled that Google order.
Seriously?
Yeah. And then I got tired of the Amazon ecosystem that's in our house because it doesn't work very well.
And
And I wanted
and
the
the
Apple
name-
HomePod because
and the-
I've heard amazing things about that speaker. Do you have the Apple HomePod?
I do. It's upstairs. It's a very good
then I-
sounding speaker.
Then I checked the price.
I would get the Sonos One. It interfaces with either Alexa or Google.
yeah, I've been looking at that.
Well, here's the
speaker.
thing. Once I went over to Apple, because I wanted to buy it from the store and go pick it up from the store because I order everything online. So I'm like, whatever.
Don't pay full price for that. That's not worth full price.
I saw the price.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
over $200. So we went to Best Buy and I outfitted myself with the Google ecosystem.
The
So
one
we
you
have
were just
the-
trying to get away from?
Yeah, I try to get away from Google, but I can't get away from Google because
Good
they
luck.
follow me.
Don't you have an Apple Music subscription?
I do.
It's
but it
so
cannot be used on
I-
a Google speaker.
I primarily use my Apple Google subscription for my AirPods.
Your Apple Google subscription.
My Apple, you know what I'm trying to say.
Apple Music?
My Apple Music subscription, I use it for my.
but why would you get
AirPods.
something that's not compatible with your music subscription service? That's
Well,
like the main
I
reason to have a speaker.
I have YouTube Music through my work. I get it for free. So that's what I use for music.
Well, whatever.
You can always use you can always just Bluetooth it to your speaker too from your phone.
Oh, that's a pain.
Plus, the other thing that I have is I have a Apple TV, Apple TV.
Yeah.
And I also use the music subscription for that too.
You
Hey.
play music through your TV?
Yeah, because we got a nice speaker system.
Oh, okay.
So, tell me. And speaking of Google, which one of you have ever heard of Google Hire?
Nope.
Is that a place
What's
you
that?
go to get a
Have you-
job?
Yeah. Well, it's an HR app. Did anybody ever
What?
hear of that?
No.
Okay, well, it went to the graveyard.
No.
They
well,
killed it.
too-
That's the other
why,
one. That's
That's
the
why
other
they
Made
went
me
to the
pick up
graveyard.
my phone.
That's the other one I was talking about.
We-
They did 6 days ago. Another useless app, unknown but known.
Wait.
went to the-
Before we get too far past it, did I do good getting into the Google ecosystem? Is that a good ecosystem to be in?
I think so, as long as they keep everything around.
I don't like it exactly because they won't keep things around.
Yeah,
What?
but I mean, Apple doesn't keep everything
'Cause it-
around either.
Because I got the base station,
You know
like the
who's-
main base station. I
can't
got one of
use
the
your-
small ones,
Can't use your Apple Newton anymore.
and then I got a smart clock
Did you get their
for
router?
well under
Oh,
for well under the price of a HomePod.
yeah.
Nice.
I think
That's what I get. I thought
time
I
will
did
tell-
good here.
Time will tell. You'll have to decide that when you
Thought
use
you did
it.
fine. I mean,
Yeah.
it's 6
You know
of
what?
one.
No. I
It's-
don't need validation. From
It's
you
6
guys.
of one, half a dozen of the other. I mean, either way, you're locking yourself into an ecosystem where you now have to use their services and products.
Eh.
Meh. All right. Speaking of Apple, though, this is a good choice from them. If you ask me, they're loosening their repair grip, the grip on the repair industry.
It's about
bit.
time.
Right.
Yeah.
So there's been big fights about the right to repair. There's been states that have been trying to pass right to repair laws to mandate that people can get certified repairs done on your Apple products without without losing your warranty, right? And
Right.
get certified Apple parts, not just like parts from eBay or Amazon, from China or whatever. And so, the Apple is letting you apply. It's free to apply. You can go. Your business can apply to become an Apple official repair place, which
Okay.
is really cool. Any technicians that work on Apple products are required to have an Apple certification.
I used to have that.
Really?
Yeah, it lapsed when I was doing help desk.
Was it hard to get?
It was a week-long boot camp, but I got certified in their MacBook Pros and
It's like
iMacs and what are the little ones? Mac Minis.
so you basically like open it and push the power button, wait for the chime. Like that's the 3 steps for running a MacBook.
That's a big part of it. Yep.
Okay, well, and then like rebooting it, and they're like, oh, and if anything goes wrong, just
No,
start a recovery.
I had to strip everything down to its base components and put it back together.
All right.
So it's pretty cool.
Well, get this: Apple will pay for the training, so it's free too.
What?
But yeah, they're
Okay, I paid like $3,000.
Oh, no,
Well,
they're-
my
You
work,
paid for
my
it?
work did.
yeah they're letting people do it for free.
Ouch, that sucks for the company that I went to.
Yeah,
'Cause
so
they have no business model now.
yes.
Yeah, and like, what's that local Apple repair shop that?
Well, there's
seems
a
to-
bunch. You got Simply Mac.
Yeah, Simply Mag. They're all going to be screwed pretty much.
Yeah.
Especially
Right.
if anyone can get this certification.
Which
Yeah.
is totally fine. Have you been in a Simply Mac lately? Listen, I don't want to hate on them, but they are
Sounds
the
like you're about
worst.
to hate on 'em.
Oh my gosh. We're a middleman between me and Apple because they don't have a location locally
Yeah.
for us.
Yeah.
And waiting times there is terrible. Their service was awful. It was bad.
Yeah, so it says to better meet our customers' needs, we're making it easier for independent providers across the U.S. to tap into the same resources as our Apple authorized service provider network. So there
So-
are people that are already
Right,
Apple
certified.
authorized, and so you can go in there and
Probably what that means is once they've certified you or whatever, you'll be able to do things like get their software downloads from their Apple servers and get their
Do you get it like a dev kit or something? from 'em?
no, not so much that, but you'll have access to like all of their steps, all of their guides to taking things apart.
yeah, and I'm
Their
trying to find-
in-house guides.
I'm trying to
things
find
like
in the
that.
article where it says Apple.
You know
will
what, though?
pay for it,
What I'm curious about is I'm wondering if that will also, because if you're Apple certified, you get ability to order parts directly from
yeah,
Apple.
that's the big thing is that
So
you
if
get,
you can order Apple hardware directly from them to fix stuff, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
See, I can support that. For me personally, I feel a lot more in control when I'm listening to a 12-year-old tell me how to take my laptop apart via YouTube. So
You like that better?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
If I'm being talked down to by anybody that's like under the age of teen, totally
Yeah.
into it.
That's weird.
Yeah, so they say you can
Totally into
join the program for free, and all there are certain requirements like Apple certifications for technicians. Apple says the certification process is also free.
Wow.
So that's a big deal for people that are running these, side hustle, or maybe
So,
that's their full thing.
I
but-
think all that's saying is the test is free. I'll bet like the learning is probably
Yeah.
you still want to go to a training company to get the
right to
education.
do the boot camp.
Yeah, the
you're still
educational
going to pay.
experience.
Right.
That makes sense.
Anyway, so
That's-
so I think right to repair laws are a big deal because, I don't know. I think that stripping somebody's warranty because they think they can do it themselves,
No, that's asinine.
yeah, and I mean I get where they're coming from because a lot of people will break it and then hide it, like, oh, I didn't do this, I didn't try and fix it myself, and then try and execute a warranty. But I don't know. I think it's a good thing.
I agree. I think it's very good. All right, let's hit on a. I was going to talk about that. I don't want to.
We should review Jarron's hair.
Yeah, we could do the Dyson Airwrap review.
So here's the
Oh
thing.
man, that was a transcendent
Used,
experience.
Jarron used and loved a curling iron.
No, it wasn't a Oh, it was a curling iron.
It's a little
Di-
bit of a curling iron, yeah.
Oh, Dyson, Jarron's second love behind Apple.
It felt like
Third love behind Apple and Sony.
it felt
Oh,
like
right.
God was massaging my scalp.
Dang.
From the outside in.
They
Yeah.
could probably put that on the box now.
So here's the thing. For my wife's birthday, I ended up getting her the Dyson Airwrap, which, if you could describe it, how would you describe what it is?
It's like a blow dryer, but you can attach like a comb on it or a brush and
Total
other
multi-use.
things.
Just imagine a lightsaber hilt that you have to plug in,
Yeah.
right? And then it has a bunch of different attachments that go right on the top.
So it's a multi-use tool.
Yeah, it's a
It's
multi-use
like
tool.
a Leatherman or
Yeah.
a Swiss Army knife.
One has a blow dryer. One is a brush that also has
Blow
a blow
dries your
dryer
hair at the
in it.
same time.
And
all
that's-
I know is that after Jarron came out of the bathroom doing that, I got a very awkward back
Shoulder massage.
and shoulder rub.
I
Just-
wasn't even
and he didn't-
realizing I was doing it.
Yeah.
Just imagine any family reunion where your uncle has 3 too many, and then he comes up, Ayo, and
Yeah, and it lasted for about 3 minutes, and then the euphoria wore off, and he was like, "What are you? Why am I touching you? You probably haven't even showered." Anyway,
yeah.
that's all I have.
That's exactly how
It's
that
an
went
amazing
down.
device. It's a little bit more on the expensive side. I want to say it's about $550, give or take a little
A
bit.
little bit more?
Yeah, it's a little bit more. I'm
That's
actually
a
kind
lot
of
more on
I'm
the
actually kind of
expensive side.
Super
I really want to get
expensive.
your wife's opinion on it.
Super expensive curling irons.
You are
hair
coming
blowers.
over the treaty line of the halfway through this.
I'm coming over your big toes on my side of the table.
Well, his big toe is like
This-
bigger than the rest of his body.
It's
so-
huge.
yeah.
This is normal. Me and Tony play footsies all the time, dude.
Dude, it's
I
weird.
know you're not used to it because you're over there and
No,
Jarron's so
I can
small.
tell. I can tell that you're the beta male by how aggressive he's being right now on my
I
territory.
always feel boxed in.
You
like
said
this.
you wouldn't tell anyone, Owen.
I'm so sorry. Hello, Tony.
Get that big toe out of here.
I'm not Owen.
So you paid $550 for that product.
Let me tell you a little bit of a life hack, Tony. Okay,
What would
go
that be?
open a bank account at a bank that you don't have access to. Right. For me, it's America First Credit Union. It's inside of a Walmart for me. Right.
You know they have an app that you can get access
Shut
to.
your
it.
pie hole. So I
I use
don't.
their app all the time.
I don't have any access to it. I don't have an app. And I take $25 out of each paycheck and it gets directly deposited into a bank account that I have zero access to. I have to physically go to that store and talk to people to take money out.
That sounds terrible.
It is awful. That's why I only do it once every like 2 years.
So,
and
wait.
I get birthday money.
So your life hack is save money from each paycheck.
My life hack is utilize your social anxiety
And save it from yourself.
and save it from yourself.
All right.
Interesting.
That's
Here's
not-
the thing, listeners.
not a
Do
bad
what I
life hack.
said. Tweet me. Let me know how you like it. You're welcome.
All right. Let's see. Speaking of Sony, wait, were we speaking of Sony?
Sony.
Oh, I just mentioned that's Jaron's second love.
Second love, I was
behind
mistaken.
Apple.
Yeah.
No, first love actually.
Oh, Sony's your first love?
What?
Nuh-uh.
No.
Well, how do you feel about
What's
their
one Sony thing in this room?
What? The PlayStation 4.
Okay.
besides that?
What? No,
What?
he proved me wrong. Yeah,
Nothing.
it was the.
All my controllers to the PlayStation 4.
No, that doesn't count.
Nailed it.
Doesn't count. He has far more Apple products in this room than Sony
yeah,
products.
That's
I
not
was gonna
true.
say, yeah.
Okay, you have an Apple TV. You have the MacBook Pro that
This
you're
is a
using
work computer.
that you requested specifically
That's
because
it.
because you wanted
His,
Apple.
his,
That's
his iPhone.
His
No,
iPhone in
actually,
his pocket.
my iPhone's not even in my pocket. I don't know where it is.
his
right now.
Apple Watch.
I know that's stressing you out.
Is this your iPhone right here?
That's my phone.
Yeah, I think
That's
that
the-
is.
That's the
Yeah, give
Pixel.
it to me.
Oh, let me try to open it.
Yeah,
You
give
shouldn't-
me
you
Owen's phone. I
Don't
mean,
move too
give
fast.
me my
Right.
phone.
Okay.
Thank you.
You don't want to do that.
All right, so Sony
Your
has
screen
released.
is dirty.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's rubbing it all over his crotch.
Oh yeah.
You look like an enraged ostrich.
That's why you should never trade spaces. You leave something inevitably.
This is why I have social anxiety. This is why I never change ever. That would have never happened if I
You
didn't
know what?
change
That's
these
not
spots.
true.
You
That's
and-
not true. Look at the amount of pigment in your shirts right
and
now. You're
your-
wearing a different color.
Yeah, it's on accident.
He's
It's on
wearing a
me.
green shirt.
Yeah, usually it's
prob-
gray or
you should,
black.
You should take that phone now so he doesn't do it again.
Disgusting.
It's-
Would have never happened if you and your big toe hadn't talked me into moving.
It's already got the mark. It doesn't matter.
You can Clorox wipe that right off.
I feel
No.
like you grew up in the wrong century, dude. You should have grown up in the 1920s. Mr. Darcy. Fisticuffs. Fisticuffs, rick-a-dick-a-dicker.
I say, are you up for a bout of pugilism?
Fisticuffs, good sir. I said good day.
I said good day.
Said good day.
Mr. Tesla.
All right, so Sony has released a personal air conditioner.
Oh, this is pretty cool.
Have you read about it?
Yeah,
aside
I
from
have.
the preview, have you read that it doesn't work?
You?
A wearable
No, it works.
air
Does not
conditioner?
work.
It kind of works.
Okay, go ahead and talk
All
about
right,
it.
so Sony has there's like this little weird division within Sony that creates weird things. You know, like the Aibo.
Yeah, the dog. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
The
But,
robot dog.
over the years, Sony has put out some really bizarre stuff, and that's the Sony that I truly love.
Like Discman,
Yeah, no,
Walkman.
no, that's awesome stuff.
televisions.
I only know about the Vizio and the pinball game that they made me play. Space pinball. Anybody? Just
Nope.
me?
I like
Well-
corporations with secret little weird
Okay,
projects.
so let's hear about this weird project.
All right, so this is a crowdfunding thing, which is weird because Sony has billions of dollars.
Well,
A lot of times crowdfunding is used for marketing campaigns.
yep. Also, Sony lost a lot of money for a lot of years.
Right.
Yeah, that's true.
Like a lot of money.
So anyway, it's this portable air conditioner, and it slips into a pouch of a special T-shirt.
It will not succeed. Calling it now.
No, definitely not. I don't even know why they're selling this. This is a horrible.
I'm
No,
gonna buy
actually,
one.
that's not true because come to think of it, like Tony bought a jacket that keeps you warm.
Yeah, but that works.
I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna
So
do it.
anyway, it sits at the base of your neck, and it uses the Peltier effect.
Peltier.
So basically, heat is absorbed, and when you pass an electrical current across a junction, that's what the article says. I have no idea what that means.
Science.
Yeah,
Oh, I thought it
science.
was a fan, so I could look like a Stay Puft Marshmallow,
No.
like a shirt that blows up. It's like, woo.
A fan would work better.
Oh yeah, proven technology. I just wanted that.
But
I
you
don't want
manually control the temperature through a mobile app.
Of course, because why would you want to dial?
Yeah, exactly. So it's got to have Bluetooth.
It's on your back. You can't reach it if it's got a dial.
I
Or
don't
blows.
know.
You can't.
Someone turn me down. It's
I'm
Yeah.
like Dr. Octopus. Why did they do this?
Yeah, does
So
it
it-
also burn you up?
It'll last about 2 hours, but get this, charges with USB-C. So the butt plug
good.
makes sense, doesn't it? It would work.
Wait,
It's going straight up your back
It's all
into
coming.
that.
The
It's
perpetual
all coming
fart
up,
machine?
Jarron.
Yeah,
He's right. He's right. It would work.
yeah.
Except it wouldn't.
Yeah. So it's supposed to come out March 2020.
I'm gonna buy one. How much are they?
It's several $100s. I'm sure.
$117.
Okay, sounds like just my thrifty 50 plus some.
Yeah, it's not
I'm
bad.
buying one.
Thrifty 50 plus 50
Yeah.
plus 17.
Yeah.
Yes.
Math.
50, 50, 50, 17.
Math.
Hey, I'm not getting behind this. This sounds like a
It sounds awesome.
totally worthless. It cools what? A 4-inch square spot on your back?
But that's the hottest part of
That's the
nobody's
hottest spot.
body.
I was going to say, that's not the hottest part in my body at
Well,
all.
it is for me because my hair is covering it and it gets really hot.
And
back
for
there
me, it's
now.
the hottest too, Tony. Beer me a 5.
It's kind of cool though. It's called the
Ouch.
Rion Pocket.
I just feel like
Rion.
they could be spending their R&D money on cooler weird stuff
Well,
that
it's
actually
kind of
work.
Well, they always have-
looking actually.
They have to give the weird kid in the family a place, and this is his place. This
Well, you
is
know
why
what
Sony lets
This is
them
as
stay
if
around.
somebody invented an app for Arbor Day. It's so super not needed.
So it's kind of the same thing. The Ember Wave. Have you heard of that thing where you wear it on your wrist, and there's like specific spots on your body that like trigger heat temperature, like how you're feeling?
yeah.
Triggered.
Yeah.
So like
Heard
the
of that.
Ember Wave is like a watch you wear that like it adjusts the temperature on your wrist, and it makes, even though you're not cooler, it makes your body, it tricks your body into thinking it's cooler. Anyway, maybe it's like that.
I feel like this is just a ploy for Sony to make expensive T-shirts with pouches in the back, and that way you have to buy a lot of those T-shirts so you can use your
right.
device.
I feel like there's other problems.
And
that
how
we
do you
need to be
wash it?
focused on.
How do you wash that? Electronics.
you take
Probably
it
with a
out.
damp cloth.
It's got a pocket. You just take it out.
oh, it's got. Oh, okay.
That's why you have to buy more T-shirts. You just
Because it's
move
got
on
to have the
other
pocket.
T-shirt.
I'm just going to use duct tape
Or you could buy a T-shirt that's this comfortable.
and then duct tape it to the back.
Would you like to touch my T-shirt?
No.
yes.
He's touching it.
Try it on the inside. Try touching it on the inside. No, I was just kidding. Jeez, get out of here.
All right, I have something I want to review. I bit the bullet and decided to purchase a gaming laptop because of reasons.
Now, my question is, do you still game at home?
I do. Yes. I bought this for gaming on the go.
Now, by gaming on the go, do you just mean downstairs on your couch?
No, but I will use it for that. Yes. But more, I mean like
Why don't you just go upstairs in your office and
when
game
I
then?
go on vacations or if I have to travel for work, because I've been doing a fair bit more of that lately, and that's going to continue from what I understand for the next foreseeable future.
Oh, cool.
So I've been eyeballing gaming laptops now for probably 3 months, looking for the best deal I could find, and I found what I decided was a deal good enough to pull the trigger, and I've actually been pretty happy with it. It's a HP Omen, which you might think HP. Yeah, they actually do have a gaming line. It's
Hit
called
points.
Omen. Hit Points Omen. And it's a 15-inch with a G-Sync 144 hertz screen, has a 2070 MQ graphics card, and a i7 9750H 6-core CPU, 16 gigs of RAM with a 512 gig NVMe solid state.
How do you like it?
And what graphic cards in there?
How much?
A 2070 MQ.
Oh.
How much did you drop on it?
So that was the nice part is I found it for $1,400, which for those specs is a screaming deal. There is 2 downsides to this laptop though that I noticed as I've been using it, and that is the battery life is abysmal.
Define abysmal.
Or
Like,
the hardware
let's say-
is like
Well,
a
that's
hog, right?
the problem is the hardware is very powerful, and the battery is a laptop battery.
Mm-hmm.
It's not an expanded cell like a larger than average cell.
so
or
does it
anything
come with
like
a
that.
much bigger power supply to supply the?
It's a pretty
wattage?
good sized power supply, 200 watt, 200 watt power supply. It is surprisingly thin when it's closed, though. The amount of power coming out of this machine for how big it is actually really good. It's not Razer laptop thin, but those laptops start at $2,400. So this is $1,000 less for the same specs. However, the battery life, like I said, is I put it on a YouTube video on full screen, put it at half brightness, full screen, 1080p video streaming, and I got 2 hours and 24 minutes out of it before the battery went from 100% to 0.
Wow.
So it is pretty bad battery life, but
how well does the
any gaming-
power consumption keep up with, like, if you were to plug it in?
oh, it does fine with the 200 watt power supply. I game on it and the battery doesn't go down.
How hot does it get?
That's the other downside.
I bet it's loud.
Its fans are pretty loud and it gets toasty. The GPU actually runs into a voltage limit before it hits a temperature limit,
Well, that's good.
which is good. So the CPU or the GPU tops out at 84 degrees Celsius, which for an RTX card is well within spec. I think those go up to, they don't start thermal throttling until 95 degrees, I think, somewhere around there anyway. So the GPU goes up to 84. The CPU though on while I'm gaming bounces are between 95 and 98 Celsius. Very hot.
Yeah.
And those fans get loud.
So much for the lap and laptop.
Yeah, no. If you gamed with this plugged in on your lap, you'd burn your legs.
Or just redefine circumcision.
Exactly.
Cautercision.
Vasectomy.
What?
Huh?
What? I can get a vasectomy and game at the same time?
Yeah. Eggs over easy.
It'll just kill the eggs over
I see,
easy.
this is an
Exactly.
absolute win.
This is eggs over medium.
Huevos.
So, but as far as playing the games goes, it tears through games. I was playing Doom 2016, max settings at 180 to 200 frames per second.
Holy crap.
And I played Control at the high settings. Aside from the stuttering, which you've already talked about, Control at high settings with high RTX on, and I was getting between 50 and 60 frames per second, which is very impressive with that game. Metro, I was getting 60 plus frames per second on Ultra. But yeah, I've run through all the benchmarks and with the games and everything and played a bunch of games, and it's been fantastic. Assassin's Creed Odyssey on very high, which is the second highest. It's not Ultra. But I was getting an average of 67 or 68 frames per second on Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Very, very good. So I've been very, very happy with what it's been able to do, aside from the heat and the battery life, which I was honestly fully expecting that because gaming laptops get hot and they're loud and you can't play games very long at all.
Well, my MacBook
with them
Pro
unplugged.
gets hot.
Exactly. That's what Jarron was saying too about his MacBook Pro. He can't use it on his lap. It gets too hot.
I can.
But it's uncomfortable.
But to be fair,
Yes.
though, he has sensitive
why
thighs.
why would you want to?
Yeah.
So yeah, for $1,400, amazing deal. I got it on Walmart, Walmart.com of all places. But what was the other thing I was going to say? Oh, I did go through a saga of trying to repaste the thermal paste on there because I decided, this factory paste is probably garbage. So I ordered a product called Thermal Grizzly Cryonaut, and it's a liquid metal thermal paste. It actually has like iridium and stuff in it.
So you broke the laptop open, pulled the
Within
pulled
a
the
week,
heatsink off?
within a week of owning it, I cracked the laptop open and added a 1 terabyte SATA SSD, and then I ripped it down to the motherboard basically to repaste the CPU and GPU. And let me tell you, liquid metal is difficult to use because I got done.
Did it go everywhere?
Isn't that just called soldering?
No, but it looks kind of like solder, liquid solder when you use it. The problem with it is it doesn't set like thermal
Like a
paste.
paste,
It
yeah.
doesn't. It stays liquidy even
Right.
with the sink on it. And so I didn't.
Until it gets up to temp. Like that's when it cooks and bonds, right? When it gets up to heat.
No, even then it still stays liquid.
Wow.
Because I started using it and I realized after a while that my temperatures were not any better. Which most people that I read about, they're like, oh yeah, this dropped my temps 20 C, 15 C.
No way.
Yeah. And so I ran all the tests and started gaming on it, and I realized my GPU was hotter than it was before, and my CPU was about the same. And so I took it apart, and the liquid metal had not spread over all the GPU, so I was only moving a portion of the heat off of it.
Right.
And it
Well,
just
that's not good.
it was not good. I'm not saying liquid metal is no good, Cryonaut from Thermal Grizzly, but I did a lot more research, and it turns out it's not that great to use on laptops because like I said, it never sets and it stays liquid, so it conducts electricity.
Oh, so if it runs out,
And so if it runs out onto the board, it will
Lost.
fry your board.
Right.
You are toast. So if you were to leave the laptop perched like sideways in a backpack for too long or drop it, things like that, you could fry your motherboard just by having this on
So
there.
did you pull that off, or did you keep?
I did. I pulled it apart and saw that it wasn't a good application anyway.
How do you get it off?
So that's another thing. You just kind of have to work at it with a Q-tip and stuff because it doesn't soak into anything. It's liquid metal. You just got to kind of scoop it off
like
slowly.
mercury.
Yeah, kind of like mercury. And so I was able to get it all off, and luckily nothing shorted out, and I ended up just putting some Noctua HTN1 or
Dude,
something
you're
like
a
that.
bolder man than I. Anytime I see any kind of just metal on the ground after seeing that Chernobyl, apparently documentary,
Not quite a documentary.
dude, I don't mess with metal. If I see a metal in a field, I'm
No
like,
touchy.
not mine, not my deal. So like, if I were to see that, nope, take the laptop back to Walmart. They take anything back. If you don't take it back at Walmart, just take it to Costco. Win.
Win-win. But yeah, so I pulled that off and I put the it's just a better quality than normal thermal paste from Noctua. And since I've applied lots of thermal paste before, that was easy. So I got that done, put it back together, ran some more tests and everything, and I'd lowered my temperatures from the factory by 2 degrees.
2 degrees Celsius.
Was it worth it, Tony?
No.
After how much money? How
not
much money
at
did you
all.
spend total to get it down 2 degrees?
So I had the Noctua paste already. But
The liquid metal.
The liquid metal was $17, but I have at least another application or two of that, and I'm going to try.
How much is your time worth?
Nothing at this point.
Fair enough.
This took hours to get done, by the way.
Every
with
time
all the testing and
every
everything.
time you have to crack it open.
I can crack it open and get it down to the motherboard now in 15 minutes. That's easy. But yeah, so after all that, I was able to just bring the temperatures down 2 degrees Celsius. I learned a lot along the way, though. I want to try using that liquid metal on my GPU and my PC because it sits flat the way it mounts on a motherboard and it doesn't move around. So liquid metal would be perfect for that. I want to see if that drops my temperatures because I've got it sitting there. I might as well use it. You know? But
Speaking of taking things apart,
what'd you take apart?
my TV.
Oh, I got to give this laptop a rating.
Ouch.
Sorry.
Is it still listed online anywhere?
Yeah, I think it's still available on Walmart.com, and you can
should
get
put that in our show
You
notes.
can get it at B&H as well, but it's $100 more expensive on B&H.
It was
Photo.
on sale on Amazon for $100 cheaper this last week.
$1,300?
Yeah.
Wow. Are you sure?
I didn't want to let you know.
Dang it! Is it still on sale?
I don't know.
Because Walmart might retroactively price match. I'll have to look into that.
Can you,
Anyway,
can you return a computer on Amazon.com?
Sure. They probably charge a restocking fee.
I don't care.
No, you can take it to Kohl's now.
Oh, that's right.
I tried that and it was wonderful.
Yeah, my wife did. It was
Nice.
fantastic.
Yeah.
And then they gave her like a 30% coupon for the store.
They
Us
hand,
too.
Yeah.
They hand those out like candy, though, for
They are.
Kohl's.
Because they were like, you just got a whole bunch of money back. Can you
Yeah,
spend
come
it here,
spend it
please?
here.
Please.
I give the laptop an 8 out of 10 because the poor battery life and the heat. But
But
if-
it's nothing you didn't expect.
But it's nothing
in
I
a
didn't
gaming
expect,
laptop.
right? So actually, I should probably give it an 8.5 because it could have a better battery and it could run cooler. But I was expecting that. But as far as actually playing games and everything, it rocks. The G-Sync panel is awesome. The actual power of the laptop is
So is all the specs
really
and everything
powerful.
where you can find it? Is all that in the show notes just in case somebody wants to game with you?
no, but I
Oh.
can add them.
Yeah, add that.
All right. So Jarron was also had an adventure of taking things apart in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, my TV decided to go belly up.
Which one?
My one upstairs.
His
Oh,
Vizio.
My Vizio, I've had it for 3 years. Watching on the Apple TV would suddenly go pink and then just turn off and go through like this boot loop forever and never turn back on again until he pulled the power and got to ride the ride all over again. And so to narrow it down, I went to the smart TV input itself to make sure it wasn't anything else and did the same thing. So anyway, I was about to fall into my pit of despair, throw it in the garbage can and buy a new TV for like $1,300.
Mm-hmm.
But then I was chatting with Tony and he's like, "Why don't you fix it?"
Yeah. Why don't you fix it?
And I'm like, "Huh? Fix? What does that mean?"
You know that a TV these days is just a giant panel with a tiny computer inside of it.
So I did a little bit of research and behold, I could fix it. Found out it was the main board of the TV, which is pretty much the motherboard with the CPU, storage, and RAM all built into
Yeah,
it.
it's just soldered onto it.
Yeah. So I bought that off of eBay. This kind gentleman, seller on eBay, gave some instructions on just to make sure I was buying the right part, and which was very helpful because I would have totally bought the wrong part. So I took the TV part, put it in, hooked up all the cables, the ribbon cables, and everything, put it back together, and behold, it worked.
Not that hard.
No more, no more
100 and-
pink. No more pink reboot.
No more pink reboot.
Whoa.
$140 versus buying a brand new TV. It was great.
100%.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff like that. I mean, it gets a lot harder when you go into the really high-end TVs like the OLEDs and stuff.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot more difficult to work on. But your average, good quality HD TV, 4K, whatever, a lot of the times it's just a panel with some almost modular components
Yeah.
inside the casing.
So I would totally encourage anyone who's ever even looked at a motherboard before to go ahead and fix your own crap because it was easy.
Yeah.
Super easy. That is all.
What would you rate it? 10 out of 10.
And 10.
Hey, look at that. Jarron just gave himself a 10.
I did give myself a 10.
All right.
I've been boosting my confidence lately.
I think that you're a 10.
Thanks.
You don't really care.
No, not coming from you.
Ouch.
Wow. At least we're being honest.
Just kidding.
No, don't touch me.
That really meant a lot.
Let's see. I did want to hit on this because
Why
this.
did you, when you were petting my back, you stopped at one of my love handles.
Did he squeeze it too?
You can't talk to me. You looked up at my hairline every time you talked to me.
don't
looking
do
at my
that.
hairline.
It was
Why
just
did you it's
it
like you
was
went down
natural.
and then you stopped at one of my love
I liked what I felt.
I'm
so
off my
I-
Adderall and I've gained a little bit of weight there, okay? Does that make you feel better?
I lingered.
Hey,
He lingered his touch.
is this a good laptop right here? This one
What do you got?
This one right here? This one good?
You gonna buy it?
No. I want to try it out.
GeForce RTX. Oh, Zephyrus is a good line of laptops.
2080,
yeah.
nice.
That's super nice. What do they want for that? Like $3,000?
3200.
Yeah.
Yeah, buy it.
I have a better CPU than that though. That's the 8750. Mine's the 9750.
Does
That's
it have
older
G-Sync?
gen.
Doesn't look like it has
Here,
G-Sync.
find a good one.
Why? What?
Nah.
I want to try a gaming laptop out. I want to try it.
That's expensive.
You're gonna lose your Amazon account.
Yeah, no
soon,
kidding.
man.
That's okay.
Let's see. I did want to hit on this as well before we wrap up. Jarron put it in here. This is interesting to probably everyone outside of Utah because Utah's solar laws are really poopy. You can now rent Tesla solar panels.
Yeah. So before.
Wait, what?
Yeah. So before you could only buy them.
Yeah.
But now you can rent them starting at $50 per month if you have a tiny, tiny house. Obviously, it'll most likely be more expensive than that for people with a single family residence. But yeah, starting at $50 per month, you can rent Tesla solar panels, and theirs are a little bit more fancy. This isn't the solar roof.
Right. Not the shingles.
Yeah. But these are the solar panels, but they hide the brackets. It looks pretty sleek compared to other solar panels I've seen. So they're kind of...
Yeah.
Be great for people living in like mobile RVs. $50 a month for power. That'd be cool.
Yeah, exactly.
1 or 2 panels.
$100 for a medium system, $150 for a large system.
What do they say kilowatt hours on those systems?
So the small is 3.8 kilowatts, medium is 7.6, and the large is 11.4.
So I'm running a 5.8 at my house.
So you'd be a medium.
Somewhere right below medium. I wish I had a medium.
Really? You're at a 5.8? Because like their medium... Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're
so-
right, you're right.
Yeah, I got sold by a green company. They're like, look, we're going to do all this other stuff for you, and then you won't need as much power. I went with this company called Greenify, and their competition was Vivint for me, but I didn't.
Right.
I heard bad things about Vivint, so I went with Greenify. Vivint was going to give me a 7.2 or 7.3, and Greenify came in and said, hey, we're going to do all these other things for you, blow insulation in, tint your windows, blah, blah, and we'll get you down we'll save you 25% in energy costs. That way you will not have to have such a big system. And that has not proven to be true.
No way.
What at all?
Is there anything you can do? Call them up, hold their feet to the fire, say, I want another panel or two or something?
Yeah, so we've had it for a while. We've had it for a couple years now. And so that's the point we're at. We have a lot of data to be like, this is what you guys said you're going to do. This is what you did. You brought all this. They bring all this fancy equipment, like these heat guns, and like go over all your house. They do a pressure test to check your windows, and they're like, "Oh, we don't need to do your windows because, you want a certain amount of airflow to come through."
I mean,
basically, they were
but-
trying to get the deal, and
Yeah.
so, it didn't work. We've called them, or we're gonna work with them because I just need to. I still pay a power bill, and
How much?
it's really. I mean, in the summer we were hitting 220 on power with AC because we run the AC. And
Aside from the solar input?
no, that was before.
Oh, okay.
So in the summer we were like
you
two.
are getting hosed.
No, in the summer we were hitting 220. Now we're down to about 50 still.
Serious?
Yeah, and the whole point of the power is that you bank it. So like during the high peak months, you bank it and then float all winter. I'm basically living check to check with my solar.
My
And so-
my latest bill is 80.
yeah, your house is way better than mine. Let's be fair.
Oh.
But
Well, the insulation in his house is probably
much better.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway,
Man.
Jarron spared no expense when it came to. Have you seen his windows?
Well, I mean, in my townhome, I spend, in the summer, my energy bill in my townhome is probably 130.
yeah,
in
I was
my
gonna say
townhome.
that's mine.
yeah, we've got a really old and inefficient air conditioner. That's one of our problems. It's on our upgrade list.
That's one thing that I have noticed at my house is the air conditioning is almost consistently running,
Same.
and that's really bad.
It's rough on
It just means that your insulation's
yeah, and there's
not great.
there's definitely a temperature difference between my second floor and my main floor.
Yeah.
Even with the AC running a lot.
The only way that you can really like offset that is by having multiple air conditioning units and having like dampeners
Right.
installed in your air circulation system. But like I don't know any house that's sub 4,000 feet that actually has dampeners in it.
Mm-hmm.
Does your house have dampeners?
I don't know what that is.
It's when it has like
opens
a
and
grill that
closes
opens
the
and
grill.
closes automatically.
Oh, I just have 2 separate air conditioners.
See, like I said, his house
And
is
I only
way
pay
better than
and
mine.
I only pay $80 a month
It's
for
fine,
my power.
guys. It's fine.
I
That's why I have two
I have
air
normal windows, okay?
I'm a normal person.
You said my windows were awesome. They're normal windows.
Yeah, normal for your price bracket.
Sure, they open up automatically. Just kidding, they don't.
They fill with those insulation beads in the evening.
Yeah, so we pay for it during the winter. We pay because I mean your power goes down in the winter.
But you still pay in the winter?
Well, I have nothing to float on because
Yeah,
I don't
but I was
produce
gonna
any
say-
solar. I mean, it's really weak. I have an app. I think
Okay.
I think I drop like 80%, and then when it snows, I get 0.
80%?
Like I'll drop
on a
80
clear day?
On a clear day, you'll get like 75 to 80%.
But then it
less
always gets
than normal.
offset here in Utah because you
Holy
spend more in gas
Yeah.
in the wintertime anyway.
Yeah, exactly. So your price
Yeah,
drop because you're
that's
spending
true.
more on gas, but then I don't bank as much solar. So
It always bums
pain.
me out when I drive up to my house and I could see like certain spots in my roof where the snow is melted. I'm like, you failing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
piece
bad
of
insulation right
garbage
there.
Insulation.
Yep, indeed.
Whatever.
I can't believe you only spend $80 a month in the summer.
Especially for the size of this house.
Yeah.
That's what it was. That's what it was just last month. I think it was like 100 in July.
But that's your entire electricity bill.
Yeah.
Phew.
How is Razer as far as gaming
Crazy.
laptop?
Oh, they're fantastic, but
Razer's
they're also
great.
very expensive.
What's the best out of Razers? Razer, Asus, Lenovo, Acer, and Dell. In your opinion?
Well, see, I looked at a lot of gaming laptops, and the biggest hang up I had is I wanted G-Sync. I wanted a G-Sync panel because that makes a world of difference when you're gaming, if you ask me. And it's hard to find new gaming laptops now that have G-Sync for some reason. It's like NVIDIA just stopped doing it. It seems like with most, probably 95% of new gaming laptops.
Yeah, I wonder why that is. It's so weird.
Of the Lenovo's, you can only get it in the 17-inch laptops. Of this HP Omen, it was a straight gamble. I read some people online that said it comes with G-Sync, and I read some people that say it doesn't. This one did. But on like the Asus ones, it's hard to find a G-Sync panel on those new ones. It's I don't know why. Well, I do know that G-Sync does contribute to worse battery because if it's G-Sync on a laptop, it has to use the NVIDIA GPU all the time instead of switching to the lower power Intel integrated GPU. So maybe that's why they've stopped using G-Sync on a lot of laptops. But honestly, if you're buying a laptop to play video games while you're not plugged in, you're not going to get very far anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So plan on keeping that adapter with you, honestly, in your backpack if you're going to game on the go. That's
My
just
question,
the way it is.
too. So I'm looking at two different models right now. So we have the full high definition at 240 hertz. What's the difference between full high definition at 240 hertz and ultra high definition at 60 hertz?
Ultra high definition is 4K.
Oh,
Full HD, full high definition is just 1920 by 1080.
I would not go full 4K
They have
on that
them-
small of a screen
No, it's not worth it.
They
for a
have-
gaming laptop.
1080p is plenty on a laptop.
And what's the one in the middle? WHQD or something?
Yeah, that's 1440p.
Yeah, 1440p.
And that's harder to find on a laptop
Yeah.
than even a G-Sync panel.
Mm-hmm.
If you're doing like work or video editing, I think 4K has a place. But if you're doing just gaming, definitely not.
I would say lower resolution, faster screen, like higher hertz on your screen any day for a gaming laptop. Even with playing on a PC, like I prefer, if you're gonna buy a monitor, I'd say unless you want to shell out the big dough, get a 1440p with G-Sync over a 4K.
Yeah, I would
with
agree.
60 hertz. So. All right. Is there anything else you guys wanted to hit on before we wrap up?
I have a review.
Oh, okay. What do you? Oh, your shower head.
Yeah. So we're big fans of
Showers?
of tech that clean you.
Indeed, with our bidets.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, we forgot to mention in the last episode. Don't forget, if you're going to buy a bidet, hit up Bio Bidet and use our code Geek or Gadget Spot.
oh my gosh.
That was a
Podcast.
close one.
That was.
Gadget Spot, all lowercase.
Gadget Spot all lowercase and get 10% off a bidet.
And that's 10% off a sales price if
Yeah,
there is a sale.
Exactly.
Yep.
And we have all received Slim Glows
Yeah, boy.
bidet attachments that we are installing on our toilets, and we'll be able to tell you what those are like.
Yeah,
and those are very affordable. You can get one of those for like around $50.
Expect a video on that probably sometime in the next 2 weeks.
Yep.
I hope.
So Jarron has a different thing he wants to talk about that's technology to clean yourself
Yes,
with.
this was a Kickstarter, and I've been very, very bad with crowdfunding.
You've been spending
lately.
dough like crazy on those.
Well, minus the helmet, I've been pretty successful, right?
Okay, you got a good track record of actually getting what you buy.
Yeah. So this is the Nebbia Spa Shower 2.0. So if you go to nebbia.com, Nebia, you can read all about it. I got it for like $350, I believe. They're
For
selling
a
it.
shower head?
Yeah,
$350 US?
but they're selling it now for $500. So let me tell you about it because it's actually pretty cool.
Let me tell you about something I'll never buy.
So it's really easy to install. I installed it myself, and in the recommended time they actually gave me, which really surprised me. So what it is, it's a shower head that shoots out micro droplets of water at high speeds.
So it's a pressure washer from a car wash.
Yeah,
You wash yourself with a pressure washer?
yeah, sure. Anyway, so it uses less water, a lot less water, 65% less water than a normal shower head.
Okay.
So that will save you money. It'll save you on your gas bill, on your water bill.
Okay.
So they claim it feels 29% warmer. I call bullcrap on that.
That's what I was about to ask. How can it be warmer if you're
You'd be surprised.
misting the water?
It's actually cooler.
Yeah,
we
it's
have
going to
to
be cooler.
What?
We have to turn our shower hotter
Yep.
to feel the same temperature because the micro droplets are cooling quicker in the air.
Exactly.
And it's actually converting the heat into the air quicker because I noticed that my mirror fogs up more quickly.
I was gonna say
Okay.
it's almost like a steam shower with micro droplets, where it just almost converts it straight to steam.
No, it's definitely not steam because you can feel the water on you, and it genuinely feels like just as much water as a normal shower head. It's a really cool feeling, and so it comes on this vertical track, so you can lower it and raise it very easily. It just glides up and down. It's like spring loaded, so it just glides up and down, and it has like this Mario Kart Wii wheel like shower head type thing.
What?
And that's where the water comes out. So it's got this really nice coverage because of that, and it has a wand coming down the bottom that attaches magnetically onto the base, which is a really nice thing as well. So it's super high quality. It feels great. It saves me supposedly money. We'll see after a year or so if it actually does save me money. But it's a really cool experience, and I'm really digging it. And I think after a few years, it will end up saving me money, but it will take a few years to get to that point, especially since I got it in on the cheaper price. But they like I said, they claim 29% warmer. That's not true. Droplets fall 3 times faster. That is true. You could really
pressurized.
Yeah, you could really feel it, and it feels good on the face, and other places.
Feels good on the face and other places.
And
He's talking about his arm.
yeah, my arm.
Is that it?
Whoa.
I think you're supposed to, I don't know,
So anyway,
give it a review score.
It's a cool.
something.
I would give it probably an 8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
I really like it. It's really cool.
You like it $350.
If it saves me money, I will raise my price. I mean, I will raise
that's right.
my review score. It's pretty cool. I like it. It's an interesting experience, and I like the shower more now.
James, how much is a nice shower head at Costco?
That's a great question. Let me look it up really quick. I'm
'Cause
going to
they-
guess somewhere around $50.
They stock some pretty luxury shower heads, I've noticed as I go through, at least luxurious looking.
I don't deny it's expensive, but it's a shower head that claims to use a lot less water, and it is true because when I turn it on,
How much did he say that he spent on it?
$350, but it's
Okay, so I'm
$500.
looking
now.
at $129 for a raindrop kind, which seems nice.
there's one for $230 right there.
Yeah, but you would never buy
There's
that.
one for $350. Ha! I'm not crazy.
That
For
looks like
$350.
something that you'd have in the Minority Report.
Yeah, it's
Just
so,
minors.
so does his,
yeah,
actually.
Yeah, so does mine.
Oh, this is really smart. They actually have a shower filtration system for the shower head, so it makes your water soft water as it comes out. I didn't know that was a thing.
That is cool. I do know it uses less water though, because when I turn it on, it takes a lot longer for the hot water to come up because it's shooting out.
Goes through the pipes slower.
Yeah, it takes longer for the cool water to come out. So it's
Some
cool. I like it.
Definitive evidence.
Yep.
Is this a good gaming laptop?
What you got there?
It's in his cart. He's going to press place your order.
That is expansive.
Is it a good one though?
It's very good. Yeah.
Is it better than yours?
Yeah, it's got a 2080 Max Q, not a
cool,
2070.
Does it have G-Sync?
It also costs more than twice mine. Holy smokes. All right, so 8 out of 10 for the Nebia
Spa shower head.
science fiction
2.0.
shower. 2.0.
Yeah.
All right, cool. All right, nice. I think we're done. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for making it to the end. Feel free to drop a review on iTunes if you liked the episode. If you didn't like the episode, I guess you could review it as well, but that would
Please don't give
wouldn't
us
be
a
so
bad
cool.
review.
You know, maybe just shoot us some email or something if you disagree, or give us a bad review. Whatever. It's a free world country thing.
Do you?
Yeah, you do you. Thanks, Owen.
Yeah.
I'm glad you came back to the conversation.
Yeah, I was looking at bio bidets for a second. I'm trying to find the tracking information. I seem to be the only one that hasn't received.
You haven't received yours
I haven't
yet?
received it, so I'm
Are
trying
they
to.
sure that you want to
I know
clean
I
up
saw.
down there?
I know I saw the notification come in because I remember researching who this FedEx thing
Man.
was, but
You're like the
So
reason we got them, and you haven't received yours yet.
I installed that today and tried it out, and
how's it been working?
it is incredibly accurate. You hit that knob, and it's
gotta-
right down the brown eye.
You gotta
It's
find
just like-
you gotta find
Whoa.
you gotta find your pressure level.
Yeah, that's another thing.
Yeah.
Is don't
If
crank
you-
it.
if you crank
don't
it-
crank it.
No. You will get to the point where you crank it,
Oh my gosh.
and you crank it.
Wow. 'cause
Yeah.
I played with the dial, and
You're not wrong.
I was like, okay, let's see. You turn it a little bit. Whoa.
Yeah. It's just you just don't fool around after a while.
I will say this: you guys were totally right that even though it's cold water,
You don't notice.
you don't really notice that it's
Yeah.
cold water.
Yeah.
And
So
sometimes it feels.
I did make the mistake of turning the knob with the toilet seat down.
Yep, done
And it sprayed water everywhere.
My kid found
that's
it.
what it's
was like,
supposed to do.
My kid found the knob and was like, oh, she's 3, and she was like, oh, I'm just gonna flush the potty. It's a similar shape and
Yeah.
color of and that was a travesty at 6 a.m.
was the
Oh yeah, my
was
son
the
too.
seat-
Seat was up.
oh seat was up.
Seat was up. It's spraying across the entire bathroom, spraying our blinds. It's just
Yeah, us too.
daughter's screaming. We're like, it was a catastrophe.
My son is afraid of it now, and he calls it the emergency flush. And
He's afraid of it.
he'll just hang out like, Dad, are you using the emergency flush? Yes, I am.
One day you'll
It's an
understand.
emergency.
Pardon me, just had Indian.
Too funny. All right, cool. Thanks for making it to the end. We'll see you next week. Owen, why don't you take us out?
Hey, we hope you care.
Gadget Spot.